Marriage is sacred. I don't want to rush into it.
Do what's right for you.
They said loyalty would save them, but in the Kai season 7 episode 10, it might be the very thing that destroys them. Everybody's keeping secrets. But now those lies are exploding and not everybody's gonna make it out. But Carrie's back is against the wall. Reg is 10 steps ahead and Jada, man, that one hurts. If you thought things couldn't get any more intense, buckle up. This episode just set the stage for one of the wildest endings this show has ever seen. Let's talk about what went down with Bakari, because that boy is spiraling and you can see it all over his face. It's like every move he makes just drags him deeper into the mess he swore he was done with. In this episode, we see him trying to play both sides and that never ends well. Alicia's on his head heavy, and I mean heavy. She ain't playing no games. She's already suspicious, and now that Tasan told her about the DNA match, Bakari's basically living on borrowed time. The moment she cornered him, you could see it, he froze. Like he couldn't even speak, and the crazy part? She let him walk away. But anybody who watches the Kai knows Alicia ain't letting nothing slide. That was a warning shot. And y'all saw it, Bakari goes right back to Nuck like, why is he still protecting that man? Nuck doesn't care about him, he's using him, and instead of running towards a better life, towards Liney, towards peace, this boy keeps sprinting back into the fire. It's like he wants to burn. We all saw this coming, but that doesn't make it hurt any less. Because Bakari had options, he had a future, and now? He's looking like the next one to get caught in the crossfire, literally. And if the trailer for episode 11 tells us anything, it's that Bakari might not be walking away from this season alive. That Boys and the Hood comparison, yeah, it's getting too real now. Meanwhile, Reg is playing the long game. Tasan really thought she had him boxed in. Sis thought she was being slick, but Reg has been 3 steps ahead the entire time. He spotted her surveillance car before she even knew he was on to her. And then Hannibal? He really thought he was doing something, linking up with Nuck behind Reg's back. Bad move. Very bad move. When Reg looked at him and said, somebody turned on me, you could see it in Hannibal's eyes. He knew it was a wrap. Reg ain't saying things like that unless he already knows the answer. And now, it's just a matter of when, not if, Hannibal gets got. But let's rewind real quick. Reg pulled a major power move. That jewelry store setup, flawless. He told everybody he was going to hit it himself. Even Hannibal believed it, but Reg ain't stupid. He switched it up, sent someone else, and used that moment to watch exactly who'd fold, and sure enough, Hannibal ran straight to Nuck like a good little snitch. Reg saw all of it play out, and Tasan, she missed her shot. She was ready to pounce, ready to slap those cuffs on Reg, but she got the wrong person. And now she's mad, but the truth is, Reg just outplayed her again. This man is cold, calculating, and clearly not the one to underestimate, and we gotta talk about Alicia's pain. Behind all her tough talk, you can see the grief eating her alive. Her son is gone, and she wants blood. She doesn't just want justice, she wants revenge. And the sad part is, she might be aiming at the wrong person. If Bakari keeps protecting Nuck, it's going to cost him everything. Alicia already warned him if she finds out he had anything to do with it, she's going to bury him. And honestly, she means it. She will take that boy out without blinking. She's not playing the long game like Reg, she's acting out of heartbreak, and that makes her unpredictable and dangerous. Meanwhile, Tasan is feeling the heat. She thought she was the one in control, but Reg just made her look like a rookie. And now she's got Alicia breathing down her neck, asking for more answers, more dirt, more justice. But Tasan can't deliver, not yet. She thought she had the pieces lined up, but the board just shifted. And she's not even sure what game she's playing anymore. This episode didn't just set the tone for the final 2, it dropped a bomb on everything we thought we knew. Characters who once seemed untouchable are now exposed. People we trusted are turning into villains. And the ones we thought were too far gone? They might be the only ones who can turn this mess around. Now let's shift over to Emmett, man. This one hit deep. This episode wasn't just street drama, it was personal. Emmett's going through it on so many levels. Still healing from that gunshot, trying to be a strong man for his family. And now his mom's cancer is back. That moment when he found out, you could see the pain in his eyes. It wasn't loud. It wasn't over the top. It was that quiet kind of heartbreak, the kind that creeps up and sits in your chest. And it's like, no matter how grown he gets, no matter how much he tries to stand tall, when it comes to his mom, he's still that little boy who just wants to protect her. And Jada. She's got that strength, that grace, but you can tell she's scared. She's trying to act like it's all under control. But come on, this ain't something you just tough your way through. Her scene with Keisha? That one was beautiful and heartbreaking at the same time. When she brought up season 1, that moment when she found Keisha hiding under the bed and offered her breakfast. It felt like the whole show came full circle. Like, damn, look how far they've come. Jada's always been that quiet mother figure in the background, keeping everybody grounded, and now we're facing the possibility of losing her. This ain't just about Jada dying, this is about what her absence would mean for Emmett, for Keisha, for us. The fans who've watched her hold it down since day one. She's one of the OGs. One of the last bits of real stability in this chaos. And it's like the writers are preparing us, softening the blow before they break us for real. You can feel it coming and it hurts. And shout out to Darnell, that man's been growing. We've seen him mess up, disappear, fall short. But now, he's there, he's present, he's trying. The way he spoke to Emmett in this episode, man, that father-son bond is starting to heal. You can tell Darnell regrets not being there when Emmett was younger. He sees now what it means to be a man, what it means to show up, and it's hitting him in the face that time is running out now. Flip over to Keisha. She's watching all this go down and holding back her own tears. She's pregnant again and dealing with Emmett's trauma, Jada's diagnosis, and her own feelings. That scene with her and Jada? That wasn't just a walk down memory lane, it was a moment of passing the torch. Jada sees Keisha as more than just her son's girl, she's family. She's the next one to hold it all together when Jada's gone. It's that real-life pain that makes the Kai so special. Yeah, we got guns, gangs, secrets, and setups, but the emotional weight is what hits the hardest. Watching Emmett struggle to hold back tears. Watching him try to be strong for his mom while his whole world crumbles, that's real. That's what makes us come back every week. Because we see ourselves in these moments, the fear of losing your mom, the regret of wasted time, the desperation to fix things you can't fix. But while Emmett is facing one kind of loss, Victor's dealing with another, his pride, his image, his sanity, and let's be honest, this man is unraveling. That scene at the block party when he saw Nuck all over Tiffany, you already know that was a gut punch. Tiff knows what she's doing. That wasn't just casual, that was a move. And Victor? He's trying to keep his cool, but you could see it, his eyes told the whole story. Jealousy, rage, confusion. He doesn't even know how to fight for her anymore. Because part of him feels like he already lost, and Tiffany, she's not innocent either. She's moving reckless, letting Nuck touch on her stomach in public like that. That's not just disrespectful, it's dangerous. She's playing with fire and she knows it. Maybe she thinks it gives her power, maybe she wants Victor to hurt the way she's hurting, but either way, this triangle is about to explode. And somebody's going to get burned bad. At this point in the season, emotions are boiling. Every character is reaching their breaking point. The wounds they've been hiding are bleeding out. And the scariest part, most of them still ain't talking, still ain't telling the truth, still ain't trusting the people who love them. And if they keep going like this, there's no way they all make it out in one piece. This episode reminded us that even in a city full of gunfire and gang beef, it's the emotional bullets that cut the deepest. Emmett's heartbreak, Jada's goodbye, Tiffany's betrayal, Victor's collapse, it's all connected, and with only 2 episodes left, everything is about to come crashing down. Alright. Now let's talk about Damien, because this dude is the definition of lost. And not just confused lost, but like, completely spiraling with zero direction. He started off the season already making bad decisions, but now, he's just tripping, literally. My man took shrooms at the block party like it was some kind of joke, like he ain't already skating on thin ice. Hannibal just gave him a job. Laid down some clear rules: don't lie, don't cheat, don't steal. Simple, right? But Damien couldn't even follow that for a full day. Stole the stash and went wild like he was untouchable. It's funny in the moment, him dancing around, vibing like life's good, but that moment is going to cost him, because what Damien doesn't get is this ain't just a party, these are real people, real consequences. And every move he makes pushes him closer to a line he's not gonna be able to uncross. That smile on his face, that's the kind of smile people wear right before they crash. And hard, if Hannibal finds out, it's a wrap, and if Reg finds out, man, Damien better disappear. And you know, what's crazy? Damien still doesn't understand the gravity of what's happening around him. He thinks he's part of the circle, but he's just a pawn, just another dude trying to find purpose in a world that don't care about him. His story is a walking caution sign. You can only mess up so many times before the streets stop giving you chances, and right now, Damien's chances are running out. But while Damien is high and clueless, Zay is out here dropping truth bombs. That man knows something, and he's carrying it heavy. When he told Kenya that Nuck took out Rob, that was a moment, that was the first real sign that someone on the inside is ready to talk. And Kenya, she ain't stupid, she heard that and instantly understood how deep this thing goes. But what's wild is, she ain't done nothing with that info yet, like she's scared. Or maybe she's trying to figure out the right move. Either way, that secret is sitting there like a ticking time bomb. And once it goes off, it's gonna shake the whole block. Kenya has the power to blow everything wide open. But if she waits too long, somebody else might beat her to it, and honestly, that somebody might be Bakary. We've seen the guilt building up in him. He knows what Nuck did. He's just been too scared to speak, but now with Alicia pressing him, Tasan closing in, and his own life on the line, he might finally crack. But here's the problem: what if he lies? What if he covers for Nuck one last time just to stay alive? That lie could be the thing that destroys everything, because let's not forget, Alicia ain't just looking for answers. She's looking for blood. Her son's gone. She wants revenge. And if she finds out Nuck's the one who pulled the trigger, it's over. No negotiations. No second chances. She will burn the entire city down to get to him. And honestly, nobody's gonna stop her. Not Tasan, not Bakary, not even Reg. Speaking of Reg, let's talk about how calm he's been. To calm, that kind of quiet is dangerous. He knows people are moving behind his back. He knows Nuck is scheming, Hannibal is lying, and Tasan is watching. But Reg, he's not panicking, he's planning. That jewelry store setup proved that. He's 2 moves ahead. He ain't playing checkers, he's playing chess. And when a man like Reg gets that quiet, that calculated, you already know he's about to strike. The moment he told Hannibal, "Somebody turned on me," it wasn't a question, it was a warning. Reg already knows who it is, he's just waiting for the right moment to make an example. And the wildest part, Hannibal knows he's caught. You could see it in his eyes, that fear, that panic hit setting in. Because once Reg makes his move, there's no coming back, and Hannibal, he chose the wrong side. And let's not forget, Reg has his own reasons to take Nuck down. This ain't just street beef. This is personal. Nuck's been moving reckless. Took out Rob, took out Pastor Stanley, tried to get in good with Tiffany. All of it, disrespect. And Reg ain't built to sit back and let that slide. He's watching, he's waiting, and when he finally decides to move, somebody's not making it to episode 12, and Tasan, she's still trying to figure it all out. But she's 2 steps behind. She thinks she's got control, but she doesn't realize the streets don't move by police rules. She's chasing shadows while the real players are already making the next move. And the more she fumbles, the more dangerous the situation becomes. This episode wasn't just a turning point, it was a warning. Everyone's being tested. Damien's testing fate, Kenya's testing her loyalty, Bakary's testing Alicia's patience. Hannibal's testing Reg's mercy, and Nuck, he's testing everybody. But what they don't know is the test is almost over. And the final score is about to be written in blood. Now let's zero in on Tiffany, because the moves she made in this episode, wild, reckless, and maybe even fatal. She's been playing this cold, detached game all season, acting like she's just out here living her life. But this time, she crossed a line, letting Nuck all up on her, touching her stomach, acting cozy in public at a block party where everybody can see, including Victor. That wasn't just drama, that was a power play. And it wasn't about love, not even about Nuck, it was about control. Tiffany's sending a message. She's tired of feeling second best, tired of being the one holding it together while Victor chases ghosts from his past. So now she's saying, I can move on too, but the way she's doing it? Dangerous, because this ain't just some rebound, this is Nuck, the same dude knee-deep in blood, secrets, and lies. And she's bringing that energy straight into her world, like it won't cost her. Like it won't cost everyone around her. And Victor, man, that silence is loud. He ain't yelling. He ain't confronting nobody, but you can see it, that hurt, that tension, he's bottling it all up. And we all know what happens when people do that for too long, they explode. And not in a clean way. This man's got layers of pain, political pressure, relationship drama, identity struggles. And now watching his ex get cozy with the one dude he knows is poison. That's a dangerous mix. Victor might be calm now, but that storm is building behind his eyes. And what makes it even more tragic, Victor actually wants peace. He's not the same dude he used to be. He's been trying to evolve, trying to grow, trying to leave the street stuff behind. But people keep dragging him back in, Tiffany with her drama, Nuck with his power moves. The city with its constant reminders that peace don't come easy, and now, it's like Victor's stuck between who he was and who he wants to be, and when you're stuck in the middle like that, that's when you break. And let's be real, Tiffany's not thinking about the bigger picture. She's not seeing how this Nuck connection might affect her kid, might pull her right into the mess Reg and Alicia are cleaning up with blood. She's moving with emotion, not logic. And when emotions lead the way in this show, that's when people get hurt. That's when people die. Back to Alicia, let's not act like she's going to let this Nuck stuff play out quietly. The woman just lost her son, and she knows in her bones Nuck had something to do with it, so the second she connects the dots, the second she sees Nuck getting close to Tiffany, maybe even using her as leverage, she's going to act. And y'all already know Alicia don't make threats. She makes bodies disappear, and while all this drama's unfolding in the spotlight, don't forget the shadows, don't forget Zay and Kenya sitting on the biggest secret of all. Zay's the one person Who can blow this whole thing open? But he's still hesitant, still figuring out where he stands. And Kenya, she's conflicted. She knows Nuck's a killer. She knows he took out Rob. But she also knows snitching ain't easy. It's not just about spilling the truth, it's about surviving after you do. And in a city like this, telling the truth might get you a bullet faster than it gets you justice. But sooner or later, that truth is coming out, either through Zay, or Kenya, or Bakary, or even Reg himself. Somebody's going to let it slip. Somebody's going to say the wrong thing at the wrong time. And once that domino falls, ain't no stopping it. This whole network of lies is going to come crashing down, and the body count, yeah, it's gonna rise. And let's not forget Tisan is still lurking. She might have taken an L this episode. But don't sleep on her. She's stubborn, and now she's embarrassed. That's a dangerous combo. She wants redemption. She wants to prove she can bring someone down, and that someone is Reg. But if she keeps pushing like this without the facts, she's going to walk right into the crosshairs, and with Reg already feeling betrayed, already hunting for rats, Tisan better watch her back. Because she's not in control anymore, she's bait. So now, everything's coming to a head. Tiffany's playing games with fire, Victor's drowning in silence, Alicia's got revenge in her blood. Zay's holding a secret that could shatter the whole city, and Reg, he's got eyes on everybody. The streets are talking, the pressure's building, and with just 2 episodes left, it's clear nobody's safe. Let's talk about something that's got everybody shook who's not going to make it to the end of this season, because let's be real, the Kai ain't scared to take people out. And with all these storylines colliding, Bakary's guilt, Alicia's rage, Reg's retaliation, Toussaint's desperation, and Nuck's rising body count, there's no way all these characters survive. Somebody's going down, and the way things are moving, it's feeling more and more like Bakary might be that sacrifice from day one. Bakary's been torn between the life he wants and the one he can't seem to leave. He tried to go straight, tried to hold on to Lainey, tried to do better, but deep down, he never left the streets. He kept one foot in, one foot out. And now that the walls are closing in, you can see it all catching up. Alicia's not playing. Toussaint gave her the key, the DNA, and Nuck, he's letting Bakary take the fall like it's nothing. It's betrayal on betrayal, but what hurts the most, Bakary had chances, he had exits, he had people who believed in him, Lainey, Emmett, even Papa at one point, but he kept choosing the streets, kept protecting people who wouldn't do the same for him. And now, it's starting to feel like we're watching a tragedy unfold in slow motion. A Boys in the Hood moment, just like we said. The streets already wrote his ending, he's just walking toward it now. But maybe, just maybe, Bakary gets one last chance. Maybe he finally tells the truth. Maybe he finally names Nuck. Maybe he finds a way to stop the cycle before it eats him alive. Because if he doesn't, then Alicia's not the only one coming for him. His own guilt is going to bury him first. Now, take a deep breath. Because we've got to go back to Jada, and this is the heart of the show right now. Her diagnosis, it hits different. It's not loud or fast-paced. It's slow, it's heavy, it's real, and it's affecting everybody. Emmett's trying to be strong, but he's scared. Keisha's trying to hold the family together, but you can see her breaking. And Jada, she's already making peace. That conversation with Keisha? That wasn't just a memory, that was a farewell. You can feel it, like she knows her time is limited. And she's trying to prepare everyone for life without her. But here's the thing, Jada's not just dying. She's teaching what grace looks like, what strength really is. She's passing down wisdom. Not just to her kids, but to the audience too. Every scene with her lately feels like a final message, and you can't help but wonder what's the legacy she's leaving behind, not just as Emmett's mom, but as a symbol of quiet resilience in a city full of noise. Jada's storyline isn't just emotional, it's spiritual, it's got weight. And if they do decide to let her go, man, it's gonna hurt like hell. But while Jada's preparing her family for the future, the rest of the city is falling apart. And if you've seen the episode 11 trailer, then you already know we're about to see chaos. Reg says straight up, somebody turned on me. And if you look at Hannibal's face in that scene, that boy's soul left his body, because Reg ain't bluffing. When he says someone has to pay, someone's going to pay. The only question now is, who's the first to fall? And it's not just about Hannibal. We've got Zay and Kenya sitting on this truth about Nuck, and the longer they sit on it, the more dangerous it gets. Alicia's not gonna wait forever. Toussaint's closing in, and Reg, he's about to make a move, one that could take out Nuck, Hannibal, or even one of our favorites if they get caught in the crossfire. Don't forget, this is the Kai. Nobody's untouchable. Not Emmett, not Victor, not even Jada. This ain't the kind of show that gives everyone a happy ending, it gives real endings. And with all these overlapping threats, yeah, we're walking into something big. Episode 11 ain't just another episode, it's the setup, the final warning before everything crashes in episode 12. So, What do we need to watch for in the next one? Bakary, will he finally flip? Or go down protecting a killer who left him to die? Alicia, will she pull the trigger or dig deeper? Reg, will he strike now or let the rats eat themselves first? Toussaint, will she stay in her lane or walk straight into the fire? And Jada, is this really the beginning of goodbye? One thing's for sure, the calm is over. Episode 10 was the pause before the storm. Episode 11, that's when the storm hits, and just when you think it couldn't get any more complicated, Papa walks into that room and delivers a sermon that hits harder than anything else in the episode. He's standing in front of a community that's barely holding itself together, trying to inspire peace, love, and forgiveness while deep down he's still grieving, still hurting, still trying to make sense of everything. That church scene wasn't just another moment, it was the moment. Because it reminded us that no matter how messy life gets on these Chicago streets, there's still space for healing, even when folks are at their lowest. But not everybody is ready to hear that message, especially not Douda. That man been playing puppet master for too long, and now it seems like even his own people are questioning him. You saw that look on Alicia's face? You could tell she's not buying what Douda's selling anymore. This alliance is shaky, real shaky, and when power starts slipping out of Douda's hands, somebody's gonna pay the price. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but it's coming. Best believe that. Meanwhile, Bakary's storyline continues to pull at the heart. Dude's trying so hard to do the right thing, but the streets just won't let go, and truth be told, he ain't even sure who he is without that life. But Maisha, she sees the good in him. She's that light he don't even know he needs. And when he showed up for her at that studio, man, that was growth, that was love. That was a reminder that people can change if they really want to. But the real question is, will he keep choosing that path? As for Kevin, we barely got much of him this episode. But let's be real, he's got one foot in Chicago and one foot out the door. That boy been mentally checked out ever since the Kali dream became a possibility. The Kai ain't home to him no more, it's a place of memories, pain, and lost innocence. Watching him fade into the background like that, it's bittersweet. Like we're watching the end of an era. And speaking of endings, this episode felt like the calm before the storm. Like we're being lulled into this emotional space just before everything explodes. The betrayals, already bubbling under the surface, the secrets, they're hanging in the air like smoke, and the people we love, they're one decision away from either redemption or complete destruction. So, with just 2 episodes left, ask yourself who's gonna survive the fallout? Who's gonna make it out with their soul intact? And who's gonna get swallowed up by the streets for good? Because on the Kai, nothing is ever what it seems, and nobody is ever truly safe. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for more breakdowns and early reactions. We in the final stretch now, and I promise it's about to get real. Stay locked in.